A quick update on what's been going on at the property. Dave has been doing so much work on the walls and the ceilings here. Um, it's been a lot, let me just say. Oh my gosh. The ceilings were just horrible. Nothing was level. Oh my gosh, nothing square. It's been a nightmare for him, but he's pretty much done with sealing up all the walls. So let me swing around and show you what I'm talking about. So he has sealed up all the ceilings everywhere, upstairs and down. He's drywalled almost every wall. The kitchen was completely stripped, so he's done all the surfaces in the kitchen, the ceiling, and this alcove here where the window is, framing that out. That was another nightmare to try to get all that framed out. This is just a little patch that's left open so that Marshall could access the wiring for the back porch light. And that's another thing. Marshall has rewired everything in this house. I mean, he's done so much work rewiring everything. And so we'll have recessed lighting here in the dining room, in the kitchen, and also in the living room, although the holes haven't been cut out for that yet, but it's all wired. And the other thing is, oh yes, some of the walls couldn't be drywalled really and needed to be skim coated, like this wall here that's in such a weird curvy shape. And so the ones that needed to be skim coated and sanded, I ended up doing those, like these down here. And there were a few walls upstairs that I did that way. And this one still has the top here. This is like the fourth day trying to fill in the gap here on the top and sand everything down. And the other thing I wanted to bring you up to date on was this shiplap treatment. So, oh my gosh. So there were a lot of issues with this, besides the difficulty of installing it in this crazy house where everything was wonky. The flooring that we used ended up getting changed out midway through the project. And here it is going all the way. This is the foot of the stairs, and David did this treatment all the way up the stairs. Oh my gosh. It was so much work. Just tons and tons of work. But anyhow, so the flooring got changed out midway. I was buying like many boxes of flooring, and partway through the project, they switched out the formula for the flooring. Like, they changed it up, and so unfortunately the kind that we ended up using for most of it was the newer kind, and it just didn't take the paint like the first kind did. The one that we did in the bedroom worked perfectly. It took the paint very well, and then when we started painting the rest of it, it just wasn't taking the paint. It was a real issue. So we ended up having to basically sand us down with ridiculously low, like rough sandpaper, and then also use a deglosser. It was a lot of work, but we finally did get it to the point where the paint, this is just the primer here, really, we got it to adhere well. I do recommend that if you do this project at home, that you try a different flooring, because that one that I recommended initially has been changed up. and it does not take paint well anymore. But there are a lot of options out there, so I'm sure you can find something in the same price range that will work, but just be sure to test it first, make sure it takes the paint. Anyway, so now what is next is to get someone to come in and do all the taping and mudding and sanding of all of this drywall. So once that gets done, that's just going to bring us to a really good point in the house where we feel like things are really going to start to look, you know, more finished, and we're really excited about getting to that point, and it's just going to be such a relief to have everything, you know, closed up. Anyhow, so I just wanted to give you an update, and I will let you know how it looks once all of the seams and everything have been taped, mudded, and sanded.